Hello Cancer, this is your April 2022 monthly reading. I have gone ahead and pre-shuffled your cards. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of coins. Okay, so Cancer, I am using the Tarot of the Divine deck. So this is you. In the heart of your reading, you are the Magician, which is a fantastic energy to have going into your monthly reading. So we have here the Magician is portrayed as a fairy godmother. She's very radiant. She wears mistletoe on her dress, and she's surrounded by pumpkins and little mice. The Magician is card 1 of the major arcana, right? The Magician represents spark, concentration, and power. The spark of a new idea and the power to manifest a new vision. This is the card of active achievement, and it features a wand and a star. The star symbolizes the infinite power to tap into the universal energy and use it as a source of help. The wand, upright, acts as a lightning rod between the divine and the ground. Around the wand are other elements. Representing the Magician carries the elements to create all suits, thus in all of life. So this is you and the Magician, and what's crossing you is Justice. So Cancer, you've got 2 major arcana as your energy, as your leading energy for the month, right? Justice here is portrayed by a samurai holding his sword upright, right? And as we know, swords represent our mental space and our spirituality. So that might be something that's very important to you coming up into the month of April. Justice represents fairness, also legal justice, and being rational. A change must be made to reach equilibrium in your life. To make the best decision, put aside your wants and ask yourself what you need. Excess in any direction will lead to a feeling of incompleteness. It is also a sign to accept responsibility and do what needs to be done. So you, the Magician, are fully capable of doing what needs to be done, right? And there is something specific, and we'll find out what it is, that is blocking you from achieving the next step in your life. Subconsciously, you are the 6 of coins. The 6 of coins here is displayed by a native woman who is releasing bugs and giving coins out. As you can see, she's kind of like in a cold kind of, I don't want to say barren because it's not barren, it's actually full of grass and snow, which to me represents life, dormant life, but life nonetheless. Oh, I digress. So in your subconscious mind, you have the 6 of coins. The 6 of coins is also a card about accepting help when you need it or giving help when it is time to need it. I feel in this reading for you, Cancer, it's about accepting help. It's about gracious reception. Also a very yin energy. So you are the Magician, Cancer. You've been bringing about, I don't want to say you've been bringing about change, because I feel like what you need to bring about change is this justice, which is this little hump that you're trying to overcome. And I feel like you maybe You would benefit from reaching out to people that you trust, reaching out to the people that excite you, give you joy and fullness, and asking them for help. And maybe you're not in a position of material help, but maybe, a change in perspective or being open to the advice of those who care about you could be what's most beneficial for you at this time. It's interesting because in your subconscious, you have the Six of Coins, and moving forward, you have the Six of Cups. So you have two sixes here, right? And that's the energy that's immediately surrounding you. The Six of Cups in this deck is represented by two Slavic children handing each other or exchanging a goblet full of flowers. They're quite pretty. As we see here, we have a crow watching. Crows are very smart, so let's keep that in mind. So the Six of Cups also represents old friendship, someone returning to you, nostalgia and sentimental feelings. The Six of Cups also represents returning to an old environment, like a childlike bedroom or the energy of your youth, right? And I feel like this Six of Cups and the Six of Coins goes hand in hand. Like if you reach out to someone that you've known for some time, maybe from your youth, by doing so, I think that it will serve you in more ways than you realize, kind of giving you that grounding energy, bringing you back to your inner child, pushing away the complications of adulthood, and again, help doesn't have to be material or tangible. It can be just that fresh perspective of someone that you used to know. Behind you, you have the Three of Cups, and in front of you in your near future, you have the Tower. So the Three of Cups here is represented by three Thai women dancing on lily pads. Their crowns are adorned and they're celebrating. I think that the time of celebration, Cancer, is behind you. As we go through our cycles of life, there are lulls and there are highs. This was a moment of things were moving slowly. You were able to appreciate the small things in life. You were able to make time for those immediately around you. But I feel like that time has passed and it's time to move forward into a serious perspective about what's upcoming for you, and that is indicated by the Tower. The Tower in this deck is represented by Rapunzel, and her prince fall from the tower, as you can see. The tower is on fire. You can't stay in a tower moment. So Cancer, something that's coming to you in your near future, I feel like right after you kind of revisit this childlike energy, your new perspective is going to make you realize that where you are or where you've been investing your energy is just somewhere you can't stay. And the Tower always brings with it new beginnings, whether or not we initiate this Tower moment or the Tower moment happens to us. But I feel, Cancer, you are initiating this Tower moment. And it could be as something as cutting off a friend from your past, or it could be as simple as just deciding to not entertain things that don't serve you. And that, in turn has consequences. Not that they're bad or not that they're good. They're neutral, because the Tower comes when it's supposed to, and it's change. It's initiating change. Your advice is the Moon. This card is very beautiful, as we can see as she crosses across the bridge. I don't know, what are these, raccoons, honey badgers, right? We've got more lilies here at the bottom. Lilies are considered to be auspicious, and we have large bamboo growing, kind of framing our perspective. Your advice is the Moon, which means that this Tower moment, that shows me, I think, that the Tower moment is going to be a little bit difficult for you, Cancer. Don't give in to your emotions. Definitely, you need to be steadfast and resolute as you come through this time. Entertain your emotional space. Give yourself the time that you need, right? But don't let yourself stay there, because time can pass quickly when we're lost in our feelings. And you're the magician. You have so much momentum supporting you. And even if you are the one initiating this Tower moment, just, Cancer, it's going to come with some hardship, and you're trying to prepare yourself for that. And I feel like our feminine here knows that as she looks longingly into the distance. In your home and in your environment, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a fiery card and is also a card of communication. Knights represent a swift movement. Knights oftentimes represent swift movement. And, you know, as we look in this girl's face, you know, her facial expression, it's passionate. Dare I say daring? I hope you laughed. You know, the Knight of Wands is a card about being spontaneous, full of life and energy, and I think that comes from this Tower moment. I think your Tower moment is going to be a new perspective, Cancer, and that new perspective, again, while it is going to be a very emotional time, emotions go both ways, right? And it's going to be a time of high as well as some small periods of low. But I think that you are going to be galvanized by this situation. I think that you're going to be ecstatic. You know, each day that passes by, you're going to be more and more consumed about the endless potential. Be ready for positive change, especially if this card is in your environment, in your home. You also have another Knight in your hopes. So I definitely feel, Cancer, that you want, for both this Knight of Wands and this Knight of Coins, you want forward movement. You want swift, young, sprightly energy. Not necessarily immature, but the naivety that comes with lack of knowing, which is nice, you know, right? Ignorance is bliss. But a willful ignorance. I digress. But I think that what you want more than anything right now, Cancer, is just movement forward. As we see here, we have this tribal man sitting on top of a cow, and the cow is adorned with the pentacle. Being the magician in your own reading and having the support of those around you, you are in a position to make swift movement forward, right? And what's going to be coming out of this is death. Like, this is you entering a new cycle. This is you no longer lollygagging, waiting about, giving energy to the places that aren't really going to give you what you need. Death here is portrayed by a young lass pulling back the curtain, and it's like, what's behind the curtain? Death. We have to face it. I think that with the outcome being death and your challenge being justice and having the Tower here in your new future, you are going through a change, right? I'm surprised you didn't get the Wheel of Fortune. You are moving through this cycle in April, and it feels like April is just going to be a really challenging time overall. Again, your overall energy, though, is the Ten of Coins, excuse me. Which, you know, that shows here like an old man dog, right? And an old woman lady and all these kids and happiness, and everyone's got coins around their neck because everyone's in a position to be good and to celebrate, right? The Ten of Coins represents having that happy and fulfilled home, and that I feel is supported by this Knight of Wands energy. So Cancer, as April is going to be a time of a transformation for you, and your outcome is that, well, nothing will ever be the same. But I think that it's a really exciting time for you because you've been needing to face this for a really long time, or you've been aligning yourself to be in a position to take this stance. Cancer, if you felt positively about your reading, please give the video a like and give the channel a subscribe. I am currently embarking on a 1,000 subscriber challenge. So what does that mean for you? I have a select series of tarot videos that I will be releasing over the next few weeks. And with that, I would invite you, if you enjoy my content, to, if you can contribute, go ahead and give a subscribe and be a part of my 1,000 subscriber challenge. I appreciate everyone already that's subscribed to my challenge channel, and to all the people that are supporting me and my tarot. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Goodbye.